safer world is possible, and together we can and will make it happen. Thank you.
When you show up in community, you find that group that makes you feel like home, but oftentimes you also find yourself again.
Knew Meghan before Meghan knew Harry.
Yes, I knew Meghan very well.
Right.
I invited her to come to the UK to host a big charity event called the Global Gift Gala a few years ago, and she was fabulous. You know, spent a lot of time together.
So this is before Meghan was famous. Well, she was in Suits at the time.
Yeah, she was in Suits at the time.
And haven't you kind of got therefore, Nick, a bit of a, shall we say, Piers Morgan story? Are we allowed to call it that?
I mean, listen, I think that people evolve, and I don't have any grudge in any way.
Right.
Because she was a fantastic person to be around. And we kept on, texting each other for quite a while. And even when she was with Harry, she was still texting me. And then after a while, we kind of petered off. I did what I did, and she went off to become a Duchess.
Became one of the most famous people in the world, of course. But Piers Morgan always tells the story of being ghosted by her, like she reached out to him. But this was 2014. This, wonderfully charming Canadian actor was, well, how did you get the interview that we all wanted?
Well, I don't know. It could have been he felt it was kind of a familiarity with Jim's dad. Yeah, possibly. I wish I knew, or maybe he was a fan of the Reluctant Traveler. I don't know, or perhaps there was a comfort factor there with me that I didn't know about. But whatever it was surprising.
That must have been a huge surprise.
It was. Well, listen, there were no. I didn't have any barriers on what I could talk about, which was something, and I thought, okay, but nevertheless, you never know. You don't want to, say anything that might be upsetting to him or something, because I didn't know whether you still have beheadings over here. So I had to be careful.
Hello and a warm welcome to Sussexful. I'm your host, Emma. And before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Sussexful for all the latest updates. So, Chris Shipp was left stunned as an expert completely rubbished fake claims about Meghan and absolutely humiliated Piers Morgan. And while that's happening, let's talk about William, whose latest moves are being called major flops. It looks like William is trying to slowly distance himself from the British media. He's taking a page out of Harry's playbook, wanting to appear above it all. But let's not forget, he was more than happy to use the press to attack Harry and Meghan when it suited him. Now William wants to quietly step back? Not so fast, buddy. The media doesn't just let go, especially when they know your secrets. He may think he's being smart, but this could backfire badly. Royal media drama. Expert exposes fabricated claims about Meghan Markle. In a startling turn of events, royal commentator Chris Shipp found himself visibly stunned as an expert systematically dismantled the sensationalized narratives surrounding Meghan Markle, delivering a devastating blow to controversial broadcaster Piers Morgan's persistent attacks. The expert's meticulous deconstruction of fabricated claims not only challenged the media's long-standing narrative, but also shed light on Prince William's increasingly calculated approach to managing his public image, seemingly attempting to distance himself from the toxic British media landscape while simultaneously trying to manipulate press coverage against his brother Harry and sister-in-law Meghan. So, the royal media dilemma. William's strategic retreat. Prince William appears to be carefully orchestrating a delicate dance of media disengagement, subtly attempting to mirror his brother Harry's approach to press relations. Recognizing the volatile landscape of royal communication, he seems intent on gradually distancing himself from the traditional British media narrative while strategically maintaining his ability to control public perception. By previously using media channels to subtly critique Harry and Meghan, William now appears to be executing a nuanced withdrawal, understanding that the same platforms he once leveraged could potentially become double-edged swords in the complex royal communication ecosystem. His calculated moves suggest a keen awareness that maintaining media relationships requires sophisticated navigation, especially in an era where every statement and gesture can be microscopically analyzed and potentially turned against the royal family's carefully constructed public image. The radiant soul, Meghan's angelic essence. In the tapestry of public perception, Meghan emerges as a luminous figure whose genuine compassion and warmth transcend the often harsh landscape of celebrity scrutiny. Those who have truly known her, from close friends to professional acquaintances, consistently paint a portrait of an extraordinary woman whose kindness is not merely a surface attribute, but a profound intrinsic quality. Her reputation is not constructed through carefully managed public relations, but organically cultivated through genuine interactions, authentic gestures, and a deep-seated commitment to empathy and understanding. Whether in philanthropic endeavors, personal relationships, or professional pursuits, Meghan is universally described with a reverence that speaks to her exceptional character. A beacon of grace who seems to embody the very essence of compassion and integrity in a world often characterized by cynicism and superficiality. Royal manipulation, William's media gambit. In the intricate chess game of royal public relations, Prince William is discovering that distancing himself from the British media isn't as straightforward as he might have hoped. While he strategically used tabloid platforms to criticize his brother Harry and sister-in-law Meghan, the very media machine he once manipulated now holds potentially compromising secrets about him. The royal heir's calculated attempts to slowly detach from aggressive press coverage might backfire spectacularly, as journalists and media insiders reportedly possess intimate knowledge that could dramatically shift public perception. William's carefully constructed image hangs precariously, with unnamed sources suggesting they possess information that could dramatically alter his carefully managed narrative, forcing him to tread an extraordinarily delicate line between control and exposure. In a stunning turn of events, Piers Morgan's sensationalist claims about Meghan Markle were swiftly and comprehensively demolished by a credible expert, leaving ITV News correspondent Chris Shipp visibly stunned. The expert's methodical dismantling of Morgan's narrative exposed the glaring holes in his relentless campaign of criticism, revealing a pattern of inflammatory rhetoric that, honestly, just lacks substantive evidence. Shipp's reaction spoke volumes, highlighting the profound impact of the expert's authoritative rebuttal, which not only challenged Morgan's narrative, but also underscored the dangerous nature of unchecked media speculation that has long plagued the Sussexes. Contrary to the tabloid narratives, Meghan Markle has cultivated a genuinely positive reputation that extends far beyond mere public perception. Those who have personally interacted with her consistently describe her as a compassionate, intelligent, and remarkably kind individual, painting a picture that, well, starkly contrasts with the sensationalized media portrayal. Her character has been vouched for by numerous acquaintances, colleagues, and friends who uniformly praise her genuine warmth, empathy, and commitment to social causes. While the British press has often attempted to construct a divisive narrative, those who truly know Meghan understand her as an authentic, principled woman whose integrity and humanitarian spirit remain unimpeachable, making her widespread positive reputation not just a superficial claim, but a deeply substantiated reality. Royal distancing, Prince William's media strategy unravels. Prince William's calculated attempt to distance himself from the British media landscape has proven to be a strategic miscalculation, revealing the fragility of his carefully constructed public persona. His efforts to gradually detach from the press machine that he once manipulated to target his brother Harry and sister-in-law Meghan have begun to unravel spectacularly. While William believed he could strategically control the narrative by selectively engaging with media outlets, his plan has exposed significant vulnerabilities in his communication approach. The prince's presumption that he could smoothly transition from being an active media participant to a more controlled presence has backfired, demonstrating that the British tabloid ecosystem is far less malleable than he anticipated. His attempts to mimic Harry's media disengagement strategy have come across as clumsy and transparent, ultimately undermining the very image of sophistication and control he sought to project. The relentless media campaign against the Sussexes. The British media's sustained assault on Meghan Markle and Prince Harry represents a calculated and ruthless campaign designed to systematically undermine their public image and personal narrative. Tabloid journalists and commentators like Piers have persistently launched vitriolic attacks, weaponizing every potential criticism and spinning narratives that paint the couple as disruptive and ungrateful to the royal establishment. Their coordinated efforts seek to delegitimize the Sussexes' experiences and perspectives, particularly around issues of racism, mental health, and institutional dysfunction within the royal family. By continuously generating sensationalist stories and maintaining a hostile media environment, these outlets have attempted to control and diminish the couple's voice, hoping to force them back into a predetermined and submissive royal narrative that they have courageously rejected. The royal media dance, William's calculated distancing. Prince William's relationship with the British media represents a complex and strategic ballet of calculated moves, carefully navigating the treacherous landscape of public perception. Where he once weaponized press connections to position himself against his brother Harry, William is now attempting a nuanced withdrawal, seeking to control his narrative while maintaining a strategic distance. His approach appears methodical, leveraging media channels when advantageous, yet gradually constructing boundaries that protect his personal and familial interests. This delicate maneuvering reflects a sophisticated understanding of media dynamics, demonstrating William's growing political acumen and his determination to redefine royal communication on his own terms, potentially learning from the dramatic media ruptures his brother experienced during the Sussex royal departure. The royal media maze. Navigating reputation and relationships. In the complex world of royal dynamics, William's strategic distancing from traditional British media reflects a nuanced approach to reputation management, echoing Harry's earlier media disengagement tactics. While he has previously leveraged press relationships to critique his brother and sister-in-law, his current trajectory suggests a calculated repositioning, attempting to control narrative without completely severing ties. However, this delicate dance carries inherent risks, as the media's institutional memory and potential reservoir of undisclosed information could swiftly undermine his carefully constructed public persona. The implications extend beyond personal branding, touching on broader questions of royal communication strategy in an era of unprecedented media scrutiny and digital transparency.